is up, my miracle-minded man and my manifest? What is up, my miracle-minded men and my manifesting mamacita? So recently, I have come to the conclusion that everyone is exactly the same. We all have the same emotions. We all have similar thoughts, similar ways of living, and the difference is that everyone just has a different trigger. So a lot of people that present themselves as like super spiritual or spiritualistas like myself, my brand is based in raising consciousness. My brand is based in um, spirituality and life lessons, and that's what I'm about, right? But when you meet me and you hang out with me, that is not like a regular part of the discussion. Most of the time it's a lot of heh 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 heh, like that is, and a lot of cursing and a lot of like, you know what I mean, like we like if you hang out with me, it's sometimes the conversations of elevation and spirituality and dreams and angels come up, but it's not, that's not how I am all the time. And in New Orleans, Fatima and I had this really great conversation, and it's like so many light bulbs were just going off, and it really made me realize, like, yo, like we are all the same, no matter how you try to like brand yourself or product yourself, whatever, like we're all the same, and no one is better than anybody else. And the amazing thing is that we are all awesome, and we are all flawed, and we are all flawsome. We're all flawsome, you know what I mean? Like, so for example, back in May, I went to Mexico to shoot a music video, and there were these two people that were so zen and so grounded and so like just yogis, right? Like they were some of the dancers on the shoot, and they were just so um and I was like, dang, like I want to be more like that. Like I want to be able to be more like everywhere I go. And I was like, dang, these people are so cool, they're so awesome, how are they this way? Then the last shoot of the last day, there were these big Cancun beetles, pterodactyls, just flying into us. And I think it was the light and the fire that were using on the shoot, and they were just, it wasn't that they were biting us, they were colliding and crashing into our faces and our hair and our bodies, and it was just funny and terrible at the same time. And that was when I saw both of those like super like grounded spiritual yogis crack. And that was the first time I saw one of them get really upset and attitude, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, everyone has a trigger. Everyone gets mad, everyone gets sad, everyone gets lonely, everyone gets like vulnerable, everybody gets horny, everybody gets like sick of themselves, everybody. But it's just, we all have different triggers. No one is better than anybody else. We are awesome, and we are flawed, and we are flawsome. So never ever think that somebody is better than you because they project this image of spiritual grounding or holier than thou type of energy and life. Like, no, no, because you don't know what they have to do to sleep at night. You don't know how many homeless people they had to curse out. Like, please believe, like, nobody is better than anybody else, and we are all on this journey together. And it's great to be able to have conversations like this and say, you know what, nobody's better than me. No one is doing a better job than me. You know, I'm on my own path. I'm looking at my situation. I'm clear, I'm focused, and I'm not comparing anymore. We don't compare and we don't compete anymore, because again, I don't know what people have to do to sleep at night. I don't know if people gotta drink wine before they go to sleep and then wake up and talking about encouraging people. I don't know. And I'm glad I don't know, because if I knew, then I wouldn't be focused on my own thing, and I would be like, yo, girl, we might need to get some Alcoholics Anonymous up here, son. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. It's all good. And this is like a rant. it's going somewhere, but it's not going somewhere. But that's all I wanted to say, was that we are flawsome, and don't be deceived by what you see on social media or anything like that. And like I was saying, Fatima brought up a good point, that nobody is who they project themselves to be. Like their social media platforms, they are not that person all the time. And again, you hang out with me, you know that that is not like, that is not it. Like, I stay talking shit. Like, I'm always hiking on someone, making fun of someone. That's the Jersey term, hiking. Do people even say that anymore? Let me know, youngins, in the comments below. Do people still say hiking? But I'm always talking shit, got an opinion, I be moody. If I'm not happy, I'm nothing can take me out of that, like, except me. Like, so it's like we all have our things that make us more human and a little less perfect. And at the end of the day, a little less worldly perfect. At the end of the day, we are perfect, because we are, like, God was like, yo, I need an Abina on this earth. Like, I need a Juliet, I need a Jojo. Those are my family members. But it's like, God chose us to come back to earth. So we are perfect in our godliness, our spirit. We are perfect in that way. And we are flawed and human as hell up in this earthly realm. And that is okay. That's okay. As long as you are not hurting people maliciously, as long as you're not out here killing people, as long as you're not out here doing disgusting things to lower the consciousness of humanity, you're a good person. I don't care how many times, like, you curse somebody out in the day. If you have to deal with things that are making you curse people out every day, and you know that you want to get better, you are a good person. Now, everybody's not a good person. Everybody is not on this self-love journey. Not everyone is, and that's okay. We focus on ourselves. You know what I mean? We're focused on knowing that we are flawed on the earthly realm, but we are awesome in the spiritual realm, and we're whole, we're complete, we're good, we're so good. So I have this tendency to beat myself up if I do, like, the smallest thing that, like, dang, why did I have that attitude? Why did I do that to that person? But I'm getting to this point where I'm just like, no, I'm not hurting nobody. I'm self-preserving myself. And I just don't care anymore. You know when you get to that point where you're like, I am done subconsciously people pleasing, and I am putting myself first, my self-preservation first, my self-care first. And if that means that I have to do certain things that societally are not what's the word, accepted, then so be it. So be it, because I'm not a bad person. I'm just having a troubling moment, and it's a moment in time. This is not a reflection of who I deeply am. This is a reflection of this moment that caused me to have this mood or to say this thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I have to get myself out of beating myself up about that. So if you guys, if you are a people pleaser and you're trying to get out of it, or if you think that you're not good enough and you're trying to get out of it, if you think that your flaws are what make you, I'm telling you right now, no, cut it out, melt that away, because it's not true. We are made in love, we are made in magic, we are made in magnificence, right? Like, when you seriously think about being a human being like half human, half spirit, it's mind-blowing. You are so much bigger and greater and more awesome than your flaws or the bad things that you did in your past. You're so much better than that. By you watching this video right now, you are on the right path, and you are going so far, and your life is going to be so popping, so amazing. So if there's things in your life where you're like, where you feel like, dang, like, why do I do this, why do I do that, work on it. But also recognize whether you want to work on it because that genuinely doesn't feel good, or if because you feel like you have to do it because that's what society says. Self-care, self-preservation are so much more important. Putting yourself first is the most important thing, because if you take care of you first, you'll be able to take care of everyone else. Like, when your cup overflows, when your cup is running over, everything else that runs outside of the cup is for everybody. But what's in the cup is for you, boo. And that's from Mama Iyanla Van Zant, who dropped that little seed a few years ago, and I've never forgotten that. Because if I'm not good, nothing around me is going to be fucking good. Okay? Okay. Comment below and let me know what are some of the things that you feel like you need to work on, or some of the things that you think that you have to work on because society tells you to do so. And just comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's going on with you. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next video.